Abby Bartels loved where she went to school, the Milton Hershey Boarding School in Hershey, Pennsylvania, a prestigious secondary school in a small town, a school with a $12 billion endowment and a huge picturesque campus. But it wasn't just a school to her. It was a second home. Julie Bartels is her mother.
I was very proud of her. She was, on a roll. She was on the anti-bullying committee. She was on the swim team. She was effort and conduct. She made student of the month. She was doing everything she was supposed to do and doing it well.
In addition to her mom, the 14-year-old also had a father, stepmother, brothers, and a step-grandfather. But her father has had trouble with alcohol and the law, and medical records show that, as well as other family issues, contributed to Abby getting very depressed. The records indicate Abby frequently thought about killing herself. And that all became relevant because the Hershey School, which prides itself on admitting disadvantaged but promising children, has a policy that students need to be free of serious emotional and behavioral problems. In the spring of 2013, the school said Abby needed to be professionally treated at a mental health institution that does work in conjunction with the school and its students.
They told me that if I did not put her in the institution, she would lose her enrollment, and this was her goal. She wanted to be in the school.
Abby Bartels had been going to school here since she was 4 years old, so she had spent most of her life at this boarding school. She was approaching an important and proud milestone. She was about to finish 8th grade. She was about to graduate from middle school.
On June 5th, 16 days before her graduation day, a psychiatrist at the Philhaven Institution discharged Abby, declaring she had made good progress, but should receive aftercare in the supportive environment of the structured support of returning to Milton Hershey School. She did go back to school for 2 days, but had a relapse and was then sent to a different Pennsylvania institution. Abby's family was told at the very least she would have to take a leave of absence for a year while she continued treatment. But she was released from that second institution 2 days before the graduation ceremony. She looked forward to at least being in the audience at her graduation and going to a graduation party to see her friends. She had missed them all, so she had made these cards for each of the girls who lived in her residence hall. But Abby's mother was stunned when the school told her Abby was not invited to either event. And Julie Bartels says the school told her security would keep them out if they tried to come. The Milton Hershey School told CNN, "We must balance the goal of keeping a child at the school with the absolute mandate to ensure the safety of all children entrusted to our care." In other words, the school believed Abby could be a danger to other students. Abby's stepmother told the 14-year-old the bad news.
And I said, the school does not want you to attend graduation because you've been in the hospital.
Abby was devastated. Her mother called the school.
Abby has been through so much. This will be devastating to her. I cannot believe you are doing this. I said, are you a child care professional at all? I said, what are you, a bunch of morons?
The school did not budge. 8 days after the graduation she wasn't allowed to go to, Abby's step-grandfather was in the house and called Abby's name. He did not get a response. He walked up to her room and saw her in the closet.
I said, "Oh my God, Abby, what did you do?" And I was kind of waiting for an answer, but I knew it wasn't going to come.
Abby was dead. She had hanged herself on the clothing rod in her closet.
I miss her. I wish she was still here.
Abby's family believes the Hershey School made an inhumane decision by barring her from campus on a day she had looked forward to for most of her life.
They crushed her.
They did.
We wanted to find out why this school couldn't have allowed this child to at the very least say goodbye to her friend she went to school with for 9 years. We looked through over 400 pages of Abby's medical records given to us by family lawyers after they received them from the school. They did indicate Abby received quality care by the school, and particularly from a school psychologist named Dr. Benjamin Herr. But they also showed no concern that Abby could be dangerous to any other children. Last April, Abby acknowledged putting her arm around a housemate's neck after that housemate complained of aggressive behavior. Abby told faculty she was playing around. It sounds like it could have been a serious incident. But Dr. Herr, the school's own psychologist, downplayed it, writing, "We agreed that Abby is not a malicious girl and did not intend to harm her housemate." And there is more from Dr. Herr. 2 days before the graduation, he declared, "Abby is an excellent student. Abby is a well-behaved student." So does this school stand by its decision not to allow Abby on campus on graduation day?
My name is Gary Tuckman with CNN.
During our visit, we were told the school administration did not want to talk on camera, but the chief public relations woman at the school sent us written statements which declare in part, Abby made clear to us that she wanted to keep her struggles private. Even if this were not the case, school policy and law require that we keep her medical records and details surrounding this tragic situation confidential. Rick Forbade is one of Abby's family attorneys and also a graduate of the Milton Hershey School.
It's almost as if they went out of their way to be as mean-spirited about it as possible.
I love her, and if she would have just given it some more time, that she would have got over what the school denied her.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
After Abby died, a funeral was held on the school grounds, and one of her house parents who lived in her small residence hall gave the eulogy.
Her smile conveyed her compassion. She cared for others in a way that I have not seen in many people in my life.
And this school, which did not permit Abby to go to the graduation, did permit her to be buried in the Hershey School section of the local cemetery.